Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac Show. Limousines drinking the finest champagne, wearing furs, dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I enjoy myself, they can't charge.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm here at the Chrysalis Art Gallery in Southampton on Main Street. And I'm here with this very, very lovely artist who just published this amazing book, The Dog Lover's Guide to the Good Life. Introduce yourself to the camera, darling.
Hi, I'm Carol Saxe, and I'm an artist. The dog art is part of what I do. It's actually become one of the most successful things that I've done.
Well, of course, right, you know, publishing a book always does create a lot of publicity for an artist. Tell my audience, what inspired you to write this book?
Well, actually, a very dear friend of mine suggested that I write the book. I'd been doing a lot of animal rescue for the last 10 years, and I had started doing the dog art, and he was always calling to ask me about places to go and things to do with the dogs. He said, yeah, you really should write a book. And the book just sort of evolved. And it's really about interesting and unusual things you could do with your dog that you might not have known about. There's scenes with dogs at the beach or at a pool, and
I love it.
But there's a strong bent towards encouraging adoption, and really we use our dogs. I co-wrote it with Hanita Blumfield, and we use our dogs as kind of secret shoppers.
I love it.
Kind of social commentary. They're not, I don't anthropomorphize the dogs. They're dogs doing...
It's sort of like seeing life through a dog's eyes.
Right. It's the way I think that we see dogs and the way we think dogs would like to be. I have a very smart dog, and she does, you know, goes off the diving board, comes up the ladder, sits on a chaise. You know.
Do you really think that they understand everything we say to them?
They understand a lot. I mean, I read somewhere that genetically dogs and people share something like 85% of the genes. I mean, there's a reason that they're sleeping in our beds and living in our homes. You know, they love to play, and they're definitely, in terms, I mean, all animals have feelings. Fear, love, loyalty. And
boredom. They're bored too sometimes.
Boredom. A lot of dogs today are very bored. I mean, it's one of the things we talk about in the introduction to the book, because up until maybe 100 years ago, dogs had a very important part in human life, whether they were on a farm or they were used for hunting. They had jobs. And dogs today, you know, get locked in an apartment sometimes all day long, and they have nothing to do. And
so they're a little bit bored.
Yeah, they are really a little bit bored.
That
yes.
is hysterical.
Yeah.
I really, now, you've enlightened me now. I should probably do something more with my pets. I have two dogs. I have a tiny Yorkie, her name is Jaja, and I have a tiny Maltese, and her name is Fifi. What breed of dog do you have?
I have two mixed breeds. I'm very committed to rescue. Although you can rescue any kind of dog you want, you can rescue pure breed dogs. The Animal Rescue Fund here in East Hampton has been rescuing a lot of dogs from puppy mills. So, you know, not everybody really should get a puppy. A lot of people are better off getting a dog that's a little bit older, that's already easy to house.
Like adopting an infant or
exactly.
a child.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tell my audience, if we want to find out more information about you as an artist, do you have a website?
Yes, I do.
Tell my audience.
The website is, you can access it either through carolsaxe.com, S-A-X-E, or saxestudio.com, same website.
And where can we obtain the book? On the website as well?
On the website and at the gallery here and in the bookstores. Out here, it's in the bookstores.
Well, congratulations on this fabulous book, The Dog Lover's Guide to the Good Life. I want to thank you, Carol, so much for that wonderful interview. We'll be back in a moment, darlings, with more interviews and more art coming up. Pink Champagne
Man,
Kisses.
fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind.
A Crybaby Productions, darlings.